verify the sine of x minus 3 pi over 2 is equal to cosine x. So we're just going to work with the left-hand side and recognize this as sine of alpha minus beta. So sine alpha minus beta is going to be the sine of the first part, sine of x, times cosine of the second, cosine 3 pi over 2, minus sine of the second part, sine 3 pi over 2, times cosine of the first, cosine x. And I would say just be careful anytime you're working with subtraction, because you need to ultimately decide whether you are subtracting two positive things or whether you are doing x plus negative 3 pi over 2. Because I've seen students mess that up. I probably have even in the past. You have to be really careful. I'm subtracting two positive values, x and 3 pi over 2. Not adding a negative. I can add a negative, but then that changes some stuff. Okay, so once I've written out the basic identity, then I just evaluate what I can evaluate. So cosine of 3 pi over 2 is 0. 0 times sine x is 0. Sine of 3 pi over 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative cosine x is negative cosine x. And I'm subtracting those. So 0 minus negative cosine x becomes positive cosine x. And where this really shows up with the positive and negative having trouble is when we're doing more problems like, what was that, sine of 75 degrees? Sine of 75 degrees, you guys would probably do like normal. But let's say I said, find the sine of 15 degrees. So maybe you do sine 45 minus 30. Again, at that point, you just have to remember you're subtracting two positive values. So sine 45 cosine 30, not negative 30. Or you treat that as 45 plus negative 30, and you do the sum identity. So just something to keep in mind.